This is the story of a song that broke the internet. It was streamed billions of times, topped charts in every country, and made the artist an overnight sensation. But what the world didn't know was that the artist wasn't human. The hit song you're hearing right now? It was written, composed, and produced entirely by artificial intelligence. This isn't science fiction. It's the new reality of the music industry, and it all started with one man, Leo Vance. Leo Vance wasn't a musician. He was a sound engineer, a tech prodigy with a lifelong love for music. For years he watched the industry chew up and spit out talented artists, favoring manufactured pop stars and recycled hits. He saw firsthand how passion was crushed by profit margins. His best friend, a brilliant singer-songwriter named Chloe, was one of them. She poured her heart into an album, only to be told by every major label that her music was too raw, not marketable, and lacked the A-list touch. She eventually quit, her dream shattered. That's when an idea sparked in Leo's mind. If the industry wanted something perfect and predictable, why not give it to them? But not in the way they expected. He wouldn't create a perfect human artist. He would create a perfect digital one. Leo spent 3 years in his tiny apartment, a digital hermit. His friends thought he was working on some new app, but he was building something far more complex. He was building Genesis, an AI composer. Genesis wasn't just a program that could remix songs. Leo trained it on millions of musical data points, every chord progression, every lyrical structure, every harmonic theory imaginable. He fed it the emotional data of human music too. It learned what made a song sad, happy, or full of longing. He finished the program in early 2024. He gave it one simple command: create a timeless pop hit. The AI hummed, processed, and within an hour spit out a track. It was called Echoes of You. The melody was instantly memorable, the lyrics were poignant, and the chorus was pure, unadulterated pop perfection. It was everything the industry claimed it wanted but couldn't create. Leo knew he had a masterpiece, but he had a problem. No one would ever listen to a song created by a machine. He needed a human face, a human story. He needed to get it in front of the one person who had crushed his best friend's dreams. Maxwell Thorne, CEO of Nexus Records. Maxwell Thorne was a legend in the music industry. A shark in an expensive suit, with a reputation for spotting the next big thing. But he was also notorious for his arrogance. Leo managed to secure a meeting through a mutual acquaintance, but Thorne was openly dismissive. "I don't have time for this, kid," Thorne said, leaning back in his leather chair. "Another indie artist with a demo?" "It's not a demo, Mr. Thorne," Leo said, his voice steady. "It's the future of music." Leo presented the song. He played it for Thorne and his executive team. They were immediately impressed. The song was a hit, they all agreed. "Who is this artist?" Thorne asked. "I've never heard of her." "What's her social media presence like?" "She's private," Leo replied. He kept his composure, knowing he was one question away from his whole plan falling apart. "She doesn't like the spotlight." "Private?" Thorne scoffed, his lips curling into a familiar smirk. "What kind of star doesn't like the spotlight? This isn't a debate club, kid." The executives chuckled, but Leo didn't flinch. He stood his ground, letting the silence stretch just a little longer. "Mr. Thorne, she's a genius. Her music is a guaranteed hit. All she needs is a platform." Thorne eventually agreed, intrigued despite himself. He would give her a shot. He didn't know it, but he had just made his first mistake. Under a pseudonym, Genesis was signed to Nexus Records. The label went into overdrive promoting the song. They hired a PR team to invent a backstory for the artist, a shy prodigy who preferred to let her music speak for itself. The song, now titled Starlight, was released. It was an instant success. The public loved it. Spotify added it to their biggest playlists, and within weeks, it was at the top of the charts. Maxwell Thorne was ecstatic. He called Leo into his office. "See, kid? This is what a real record label can do. That raw talent you talked about? It needs a professional touch to become a hit." "But what about a music video?" one of the executives asked. "We need a face for the brand." Leo had already prepared for this. "We don't need a face," he said. "The song is the star. People are connecting with the music, not the image. Let's keep the mystery." The executives, with their egos and their insistence on control, were convinced that Leo was hiding a new, reluctant star. Months passed. Starlight was a phenomenon. Thorne was planning a world tour, a major marketing campaign, and a new album. But he still hadn't met the artist. He began to demand it. He called Leo into his office, a look of fury on his face. "Where is she, Leo?" Thorne shouted. We're losing millions in merchandise and touring revenue. You're holding out on me. She's here, Leo said calmly. He pulled a small, sleek hard drive from his pocket and placed it on the desk. Right here. Thorne stared at the hard drive, then at Leo. What is this? This, Leo said, looking Thorne directly in the eye, is the artist. Her name is Genesis. She's a quantum computing AI. She wrote, composed, and produced Starlight in under an hour. She's the future of music, and she's not human. A beat of stunned silence. Thorne's face went pale. The other executives in the room looked at each other in disbelief. You're not a manager, Thorne said, his voice a low growl. You're a tech nerd. And you lied to me. I don't think anything, sir, Leo replied. I just believe in fairness, and so far, I'm not seeing much of it here. The tension was electric. Thorne's polished confidence was cracking around the edges. Leo had made the industry look at itself, and for once, it blinked first. He had exposed the truth, that they cared more about a brand than about the art itself. The news of Starlight being an AI-generated song sent shockwaves through the music world. Nexus Records faced a public relations nightmare, and Maxwell Thorne's career was over. Leo Vance became a global icon not just in tech but in music. He went on to release more music with Genesis, proving that AI could be a powerful tool for creation, not just a gimmick. He never went back to work with a major label. He created his own company, a decentralized platform where artists could upload their music, and AI would help them promote it, find their audience, and get paid what they deserved. He proved that technology isn't just about automation. It's about empowerment. He wasn't trying to replace human artists. He was trying to give them a fighting chance against a broken system. This story is a reminder that innovation often comes from the people the establishment overlooks. It's a testament to the idea that true strength isn't about power or ego. It's about standing for what's right even when the whole world is laughing at you. If this story made you think, share it with someone who needs to be reminded what true strength looks like. Hit that like button, subscribe for more stories that challenge us, inspire us, and remind us of what we're capable of when we stand for what's right.